What's up, guys? That really gross guy here. We are back, and we are going to be taking a look at some of the Devstream 105 content, and I'm pretty excited. There's quite a bit to talk about. However, I'm going to be splitting up Devstream 105 into two separate videos because they showed off some deluxe skins, and I actually wanted to talk about those deluxe skins all in their own kind of all-inclusive video. So I will have an annotation card up in the corner if you want to click on that to check that video out, or you can watch this video, wait till the end screen, and there will be the opportunity to do that there as well. So anyways, we just got so much, guys. We got so much. So first off, we can talk about a batch of new Corpus helmets. They're trying to do a new aesthetic kind of overhaul with the Corpus and whatnot, which I think is kind of cool. We are in a ninja game with a lot of fast-paced, go kind of action, and this is the kind of stuff that I don't personally notice all that often. So I'm not too crazy about this, but the more that the game kind of gets into better detail and graphics and design and stuff like that, I like it. I'm down for this happening. I think this is okay. I think these changes are kind of necessary. But they're Corpus helmets. We're just gonna be shooting them off anyways, blasting their headshots left and right. So pretty cool. Along with those little cosmetic changes, we are at some point going to be getting some changes to the lighting in the game. And they made it sound like the reason for that is the previous lighting tools that they've been using in the game are kind of falling off the further Warframe gets into, let's say, textures and more complex designs and stuff like that. So every time they rework or redesign an area, new tile sets, or revisit old tile sets, looks like they're going to be going in and adjusting the new lighting into those areas to make the game look a little bit more gorgeous. Like I said, this is another thing where we're kind of just sprinting past and gunning and doing all our stuff all the time. So stuff that I don't personally notice, but especially if we get into more like creepy missions like the Haro quest or whatever, lighting is essential, and there are other locations in the game where I do kind of stop and notice the lighting, so I'm excited for that. Next up, though, this is a sword. Not just any sword, but this is Bayless's sword. Bayless has a big old arm. We've kind of verified that in the Apostasy. So if you guys haven't played the Apostasy, I don't know what you're waiting for. Get on it. But Bayless, we don't get to really see the sword, but he does have one at his side. And now we get to kind of see what his sword is. Now this sword is pretty darn big. They made a point to say that this is a sword that a Warframe even would have to wield with two hands. However, Bayless manages to pull that off with just one hand. So, number one, they kind of went out of their way to say that this is a big sword, and Bayless is that cool that he can wield it. But the fact that they mentioned that a Warframe could potentially wield this with two hands makes me think that at some point we will get our hands on this, and please DE do, because this thing looks awesome. I love the Orokin aesthetic. You guys probably already know that, but if I can get my hands on an Orokin sword, oh, by all means, I am totally down for that. Okay, let's stay on the topic of weapons, but let's check out, this is Cora's spear, or at least it was. We had to scratch the spear because she now has dual swords. It's kind of difficult to explain. Let's just say the spear was the original concept. The spear was designed and was pretty much ready to go, and then they kind of scratched that. They were like, well, we got a lot of pole arms in the game already, and it doesn't really match her feel all that well. So let's give her some dual swords, and I guess that's what they did. They redesigned the spear into these swords, and I think the swords look fantastic. But now that you've shown me the spear, the polearm type deal, I kind of want that too. DE, please, give me the polearm too. Now, someone in the people in the chat was like, hey, I want the polearm. Now that you showed me the polearm, I want that too. So they kind of said that maybe somewhere down the line they might be able to do that for us. So I hope so. I think it looks pretty cool, and I want it. I want it. I don't know about you, but I want it. So next up is the secondary weapon that's coming with Cora, and this thing is so cool. They debuted it a little bit in the way it works and fires in the Devstream. So if you want to check that out, there's a link in the description. But this is like, it reminds me of the Needler from Halo. If you're not familiar with that, it's, it fires these like darts at the enemy. It's fully automatic, fires these darts. The cool thing about this weapon though is you can change its element. You can change it from poison, which we got to see in the Devstream, and the artist mentioned that you could turn it over to fire as well, or electric, or frost, the cold damage. You could do any of the 4 elements, so that's pretty cool. I'm assuming you just have to pair this with another element to make those become dual stat elements or something like that. So that seems awesome. I'm excited about that. But yeah, I want that. There's not a dual. You couldn't see a dual wielding variant of it, at least in the Devstream. But hopefully we get one eventually. I would love to see it. But here we are. This is the design from start to finish, way back in 2016, when Cora was originally thought up. You can see the picture in the top left of the original design that he started coming up with, the helmets and all that stuff. And then the second area where he got some inspiration from an Iron Maiden and kind of some gothic fashion around the Iron Maiden and stuff like that. And they look pretty cool. To be honest with you, you see that one on the far left and then the one on the far right in that second picture there? I think personally those are like alternate skin worthy. Come on, you guys know what I'm talking about. Especially with all the cool aesthetics and like stuff on the one on the right. I think it looks cool. Please, D, give it to us. Anyways, and then you can see it moving on to different iterations, and then finally you can see him kind of deciding on which helmet he wanted to finally decide on. And it looks like we got the cool looking one that we are gonna get. It's got like the 3 thingies that come off of it. You can see it in the final picture there. But that's Cora. She is coming our way sometime soon. I'm really excited. Maybe not as excited as some of the other frames that have come out recently, but I mean, come on. A Kavat lady you can get 2 Kavats. I want 2 Kavats. I want to kill some people with a whip and Kavats. Anyways, yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty good Devstream so far. But lastly is this is not anything too crazy. This is the operator suit. They're trying to talk about how the meshes in game, they're trying to tweak them around the operator suit so that the additional armor pieces that you get later in the game for your operator and stuff, they don't seem to fit the suit all that well. And I guess what they're trying to do is make this texturing and smoothing of the operator suit appropriate so that when you do move on to other armor pieces and stuff like that, it appears to match a little bit better than it does now. Because honestly, I haven't put any armor on my operator because I just don't think it looks good unless you have the full set. And personally, I kind of like the clean look. I kind of like the the old Gundam, like type pilot suit. That's what I think of when it comes to an operator. That is like an operator suit or a pilot suit, and it needs to kind of be slim and like sleek, and I don't know. It looks cool. If you guys have seen my operator, it's kind of an Orican looking one with the OG operator suit, just looking all clean and awesome. But anyways, that is really all the new updates and information that we got out of the Devstream besides the deluxe skins. So like I said, if you do want to check out those deluxe skins, you'll have the opportunity at the very end of this video. If you are curious about my Volt, I am running a Volt Prime with an Amprex, the Axomates as everything electric elements on all this stuff, and the Ripkas. So that's just my kind of thing. I kept it all electric, kept it kind of fun. This is a fun, just running gun type of bolt build. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. And feel free to check out that other deluxe video and strike up some chat, in that video with me. So until next time, guys. Blah.